Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Today I am going to share to you the lesson 4 acceleration in Physics 7. So let's try to go over with our um, calendar of learning activities. As you can see, um, we are going to accomplish the following. For those students who were not able to answer lesson 3, apply the concepts, page 16 to 17. Don't forget to answer because I'll be checking your work too. So for September 14, Monday, we are going to have our reading session for chapter 4, acceleration. Okay. And then on Tuesday, we will have our um, answers on page 24 to 25. Apply the concepts. Okay. So I am going to share to you how to solve our acceleration lesson 4. But before that, let's dig in first to our gems for thoughts. It says, God can speed things up. Believe for acceleration in your life. This was written by Joel Austin. So, if God is with us, then all things will speed up. And if we believe in God, our life will accelerate faster. So we can accomplish a lot, we will accelerate a lot, and we will grow spiritually. Okay? So let's try to meet our targets. First, let's describe the motion of objects in terms of drinata, acceleration. Okay. So let's concentrate on acceleration. And then we are going to proceed to some of the definitions of our um, terms for this lesson. First, let us define the word acceleration. Acceleration is defined as the rate of change in velocity. So, kung magbago ang velocity or na ay changes in velocity, that means there is an acceleration. Okay? The change in velocity can be achieved in three ways. Unsaon daw ang change in velocity ma-achieve? So, we will have by increasing its speed while traveling in a straight line. So, when there is a change in speed, nag-increase ang speed, then there is a change in velocity. Kung nag-decrease pud ang speed, then there is also a change in velocity. So, when it's decreasing, that means ang acceleration nag-decelerate. Okay, we call it deceleration kung decreasing. Okay? Next, changing its direction. Kung naay change sa direction, that means there is also an acceleration. So, let's take note of this. The faster the change in velocity, the greater the acceleration. So, kung paspas ang change sa velocity, paspas pud or dako pud ang mahitabo sa acceleration. Now here, we will have the units of measurements for acceleration. Okay. Since our formula is acceleration is the change in velocity over time. So, velocity over time. So, kung mahitabo ang iyahang unit of measurement is meter per second per second. So, ato ni siyang kanang i-simplified, we will have meter per second squared. Okay. We will have more units. Pwede miles per second squared. pwede kilometers per hour squared, pwede feet per hour squared, pwede pud butangan nato siya og direction north. So, mo ni siya ang mga units of measurement for acceleration. Okay. So, now, to elaborate our formula, kay naa may change in velocity over time. So, ang change in velocity, okay, has a final velocity minus initial velocity. Unsa man yung final velocity? Ang final velocity refers to kadtong didto nagyud sa unahan na velocity. Pero ang initial velocity kanang starting point, kanang pag-start pa lang, pag-start og dagan, pag-start og speed up mo na siyang initial velocity. So, most probably, kung initial velocity, of course, pwede siya gikan sa rest or pinaka mubo nga speed. Nag-start siya sa hinay nga speed, slow nga speed. Usually, ang final velocity, mag-start po siya og ang dili siya mag-start. Dito na siya unahan, paspas na siya. Usually, paspas na ang final velocity. Or, kung mag-decelerate, muhinay po ang velocity, ang final velocity. So, again, deceleration is a negative acceleration. Kung positive acceleration, ginatawag po nato siya og accelerating or acceleration. Okay? Okay. So, let's proceed to our formula. Pinaka-last na formula, we have acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity over time. Okay. So, let's proceed to our example. Here, in our example, we will have, okay, we will familiarize our formula, kanisha, okay, and then we will read our example. Okay. So, first, a cyclist from rest, okay, started from rest and reaches a velocity of 10 meters per second. Okay. In 5 seconds. So, these are some of the given of our problem solving. Question. What is the acceleration of the cyclist? So, what is the acceleration? Okay, let's identify first the given. Ang given nato is we have final velocity. Kay dito naman ni siya sa ulahi. So, 10 meter per second. Initial velocity. So, from the word from rest. So, 0 meter per second. And then, time. Kaning 5 seconds. Okay. So, let's proceed. Our formula will be A is equal to V final minus V initial over time. That's our formula. So, ato ang i-substitute. To substitute, we will have V final is 10, V initial is 0, and then our time is 5. Okay. So, atong i-simplify. This becomes 10 minus 0 is 10 divided by 5. Okay. So, 10 divided by 5 is equivalent to 2. Okay. Remember that our units is meter per second per second. So, 2 meter per second square will be our acceleration. Okay? So, that's example for number 1. Let's move to example number 2. A man is driving his sport car down a 4-lane highway at 40 meter per second given. Okay. He comes up behind a slow-moving dump truck and decided to pass in the left-hand lane. If Nathaniel can accelerate at 5 meter per second squared, how long will it take for him to reach 60 meter per second squared? Okay, so these are some of the given, and the question or the unknown is how long. Okay, so the given, let's identify. First, we have kaning word na reach, meaning we usually have that one for final velocity. Kani siyang 4 meter per second is the velocity on the initial part. So, we are going to have initial velocity 40 meter per second. We will also have final velocity 60 meter per second, and then we will have a given acceleration of 5 meter per second squared. Okay, because of the word accelerate. So the unknown or the question is how long. So it refers to time, and then our formula is no other than we should remember this always. A is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity over time. Then let's go for the solution. To solve, we are going to substitute. Remember that the given are acceleration. So let's put acceleration here, the acceleration value, and then these are the velocities. So final minus initial. Okay, and then at the denominator we have our time. Our time is wala, unknown. So mo na siya itong pangitaon. Okay, to solve this, we will cross multiply time and the value of the acceleration. Atong ipuli, mag-exchange na sila og position. Okay, so time will be here, and then acceleration would be at the bottom or at the denominator, and then copy the numerator. Okay, so our newly derived formula will be time is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity over acceleration. Okay, so now let's solve 60 minus 40, that is 20. Okay, divided by our, okay, so we will have now 20 divided by 5 is equal to 4. The question is, what's the unit of measurement? So we can simply cancel the units that are similar or the same. So we have, okay, meters, napay meters sa ubos, cancel, cancel, and then ang seconds pod, cancel, cancel, and then naapay nabili na isa. Okay, let us write here. Ang nabili ng isa is ang S. So, isa ra man na ka S, duha man ni ka S tanan. So, naay nabili na isa ka S. That means, for seconds, second is the unit of measurement of time. Okay. So, the answer is 4 seconds. Okay? That's all for now. Thank you very much for listening. And God bless.